So in real estate, how do you deal with deal killers? Well, it's pretty easy not to work with lenders, inspectors, title companies, lawyers that keep your deals from closing by not using best practices or have poor communication. But what if you're the deal killer? I'm Melinda Grimaldi, founder of the Closers Title Insurance Agency and managing attorney of Grimaldi Law Firm. And since 2009, I've been helping hundreds of realtors get deals closed. And for a lot of them, I've had to help the agents save those deals from themselves, all because they made mistakes with the contract. So there are two types of contract mistakes I see regularly. One is not having a fully executed contract, which we'll talk about later. But for this video, let's talk about the simple mistakes that may not kill a deal outright always, but can definitely delay the closing process. And if you haven't already heard this, listen carefully. Time kills deals. We could do a whole series about why that's the case in real estate, but you probably already know this to be true. The longer it takes to close a deal, the more opportunities people have to back out. So please avoid these common mistakes that will not only kill your deal you have, but also hurt your chances for new deals and future referrals from your clients. So first and foremost, let's talk about unnecessary drawn-out deadlines in the inspection period. For example, why do we need to have 15 days? 7 days is more than enough. Don't give unnecessary space for parties to second-guess themselves. Also, as a buyer's agent, your offer is less likely to get accepted if you have such stretched-out deadlines. You need to understand how much time you actually need. How much time does your client need and the vendor need, like the inspector, the lender, to really get things done? Taking too long to negotiate and respond to offers or counter offers and addenda is another big problem. The clock is ticking, right? So if another party is waiting too long, they might be urged to go elsewhere for a different property or a different buyer. Let's not have this time in between negotiations kill our deal. Another big boo-boo is thinking you have more time that you actually do for your buyer's contingency. This is even more relevant with a buyer because you are risking those escrowed funds. Most buyers don't have extra money lying around for another escrow deposit. So we need to protect what they have. They definitely won't use you again if you're going to help them lose their escrow deposit. So make sure you confirm the effective date and verify those deadlines to have a tight contract. Next, let's talk about HOA and condo association issues. First and foremost, make sure your buyer applies on time. Let's not delay. These things take sometimes more than 30 days. And as a listing agent, I would say it's your job to make sure that the buyer's agent knows how to apply. And it's definitely your job to make sure all those disclosures are lined up and ready to go. The last thing we want to have is a buyer back out because the disclosures were not properly provided to the buyer. Not providing condo docs will basically allow the buyer to cancel even on the day of closing. So we must make sure that doesn't happen. Now let's talk about disclosing a current or pending special assessment. This can cost a seller thousands of dollars just by not filling in one simple line on the condo writer. Don't be that listing agent that didn't guide your seller properly, because I will tell you this, they get really pissed. Finally, sloppy offers. Let's talk about all those things that go wrong in those offers. Missing riders, the wrong riders, getting too creative in that additional section and the extra section at the end, right? Typos, missing parties, or the incorrect spelling, wrong boxes being checked, not checking off that the property is subject to a lease. You're making the seller have breach of contract if that's not properly checked off. So yes, you could learn all these little pieces the hard way, or you could take a little time and care, fill out that offer properly, and educate yourself on the contract to make sure that your deals stay on track. Don't be your own deal killer. That's exactly why we manage their deals and help coach agents on moving the deal forward for the agents we work with. Because our success depends on your success, and we want our agents to look good. If you like more free content on how you can get more deals, keep more deals, and close those deals as easy as possible, make sure you click the link in the description or in our bio.